What's up, y'all? My name's Tim Ream. I'm here today on the 52nd day of 75 hard. Going to be doing chest and biceps. Going to have to move pretty rapidly on this one, so yeah. All right. Anyways, I'm going to get right into it. I'll get everything set up, so let's fucking go, man.
How much more time do I have? And so you have to be able to learn to love your friends. You have to be able to learn to be extreme. You have to be able to learn to go all in. The system, the opposition wants you to accept mediocrity. They want you to stay average. They want you to be in debt. They want you to be dependent. They want you to slow down and vice yourself and addict yourself to alcohol and drugs and food. They want you to live a little and have fun. What's wrong with a little bit of alcohol? I'll tell you what's wrong with a little alcohol. It's fucking poison. I don't care how little alcohol you have. Oh, I like the taste of bourbon. You've never tasted double malt scotch. Shut the fuck up with your fucking, I do it for the taste, or you've never had good red wine with steak. Guess what, motherfucker? It's still poison. It will still cost you physically and mentally over the long haul. There's enough studies that show that poison over the long haul.
I feel like I actually got kind of a good progression down for exercises on chest. I was kind of doing some trial and error there. And finally after, I don't know, it is a while, dude. Got to the point where I feel like I finally found the best progression to work my way through this workout. It's heavier chest movements, heavier press movements, two-handed movements at first, which would be machine press to the dips, which is another two-handed movement, and then all the way into cables with all the rest of them. And then so basically from two-handed movements to the isolated type of workouts, and then top of the chest and work my way down. So I actually wasn't gonna do the chest and bicep split all in one workout, but I've been taking a little bit longer in these workouts to explain myself. So if I chop a little bit of that out, then I'll be able to fit it in. So I feel pretty good about it now. So we're gonna go ahead and start throwing that in there. Do 3 warm-up sets and then 1 all-out. Set to failure.
I don't care about being fit and healthy. I don't care about having high levels of self-mastery and personal development. I don't care about emotional discipline. Quite frankly, I love being an emotionally reckless human being that's unpredictable and broken, depending on the system. And honestly, I love the fact that I live in a hovel and, well, it's kind of a ghetto part of the community that I live in. I have to watch my back. But you know what? I enjoy the lifestyle that I have. Cool, man. And just keep watching my shit, listening to my shit, and make no other changes. But if you're that person that's like, man, I'm going to flip the switch. I'm going to create the separation season for myself. I'm telling you, it's absolutely okay to start distancing yourself from the people and the things that do not serve your end goal. And if your end goal is to make more money, to be a great example to your kids of who
I actually was working on a split, pretty intense split for the 75 hard program I'm doing. And basically do like 1 45-minute workout in the morning and then another one at night. So I was doing that, and then I was also like walking for 45 minutes as an outdoor workout. And it just got too intense. So I really backed off of the weights and just working out 1 time a day for about 45 minutes, dude. And since I'm not on 2-a-days anymore, I can definitely feel my energy went way back up. And I was already at a caloric deficit anyway, so I was already kind of running low. So it's helping me conserve a little bit. Threw a little bit of extra carbs in there too, so I'm carb cycling. And you can definitely feel it on those days that you have higher increase of carbs. You got more energy, dude. You just feel better. So that was a longevity thing for dieting. I think it's a good strategy people should look into if they're finding themselves in diet fatigue and having a real hard time maintaining their diet. Be a good thing.
You can just check the link in the description box on this video on YouTube or on the podcast platforms, and you'll find the link there. And I look forward to seeing you at BK Live, September 13th and 14th. 14. And finally, I want you to remember this, that average is reality, that success is your responsibility, and change will take place in an instant if you and them are not cut from the same cloth. You are not on the same mission. You have flipped the switch. You have decided that I'm going to be a better human, a better man, a better woman. I'm going to be a better entrepreneur. I'm going to be a better mother. I'm going to be a better spouse. I'm going to be a better leader. Welcome to the Bedros Koulian Show. What does it really take to succeed in business and in life? Hey guys, welcome to the Bedros Koulian Show. My name is Bedros Koulian, and today we're going to talk about exactly that, what it really takes to succeed. Now listen, I once heard Ed Milet say that in life you are going to reach a separation season. And when you reach that separation season, you are to do everything you can to separate yourself from the competition, both in business and
Fuck yeah.
And I believe that
I was looking forward to chest day today. Had it in my head. Kind of going over the routine a little bit before I ever got in here the last couple days. Took a day off. I did chest and abs and forearms. Didn't put that down on film. It's kind of one of those just little workouts you just fit into the week. Didn't have a lot of stuff to cover, so I didn't film it. But you know, I was like waiting for chest to come around today, so I could really fucking hit it hard. Starting to see the spring cut do its job, do its work. I'm down to 163 pounds. Started this thing at like 175, I think it was, so already down 12 pounds. Oh shit, man, feeling fucking good. So I was looking forward to it today. So I'm starting to see like the cuts in my fucking abs and cuts in my chest. And really seeing what all this, basically this last year of hard work has done and how it's paid off. So it's like getting pretty exciting to get in here, especially on exercise and workouts that I love. Alright, we're going to go complete failure on this and probably get into rocking the weight a little bit on these last couple, just to go beyond and make sure I really fucking, go past failure on this. But yep, we'll get into it here.
To the body weight that you want, to the physique that you could look at yourself in the mirror in the naked and be like, bam, you a sexy motherfucker, right? And so for that to happen, because you have to understand this, the businessman and the businesswoman go hand in hand with the business plan, right? And so you're never going to find a business that is consistently hitting its goal numbers where the owner and the founder are incongruent in terms of their health and fitness goals. And so for me personally, when I get a coaching client, we're not just working on making you the million, but we're also working on two other things. Giving you time freedom. Like if you're making money, you're working in business and not on a business, you're leading people, you're doing all the work, and now you don't have time freedom.
Damn it. I wish I had somebody here to help me get a couple more. Alright. Feeling good. I'm gonna move over here to dips. Do like one good warm-up set, and then just an all-out set to failure. Fuck yeah.
If you want your business stress to not impact you negatively, you better stay fit and athletic and healthy. So, Brain Chance went on this mission, right, of eating right, of exercising regularly, hiring coaches, and on the fitness and nutrition side to dial in. And I'm happy to say both of them are like well on their way to their goal. They both lost a massive amount of weight to be consistent with the workout. But all that leads us to a couple days ago. I get a voice shot from Chance, Bree's husband. And Chance is like, dude, I think I have a personal problem. I think I'm a bit of an asshole. Like, I need to figure out how I deal with people. And he goes on to say that I am dialed in. I'm dialed in on my workouts. I'm dialed in on my nutrition. I'm dialed in on my jujitsu. I'm dialed in on my
already pretty pumped.
Business. I'm dialed in on my wife.
Feeling good. So I'm gonna be moving into these each exercise pretty fast in rapid succession. Now that I've started with that first one, I got everything rolling. So I'm just gonna fucking keep that up.
And I think, maybe I need to find a better way to find some balance. Maybe I need to find a way to spend some time with those people in my life who kind of irritate me and I don't have any more energy for. And I'm like, oh shit, he has finally turned pro. And first off, let me tell you guys something. There's a point in every one of your journeys that you're going to start. And this journey that you take on, whether it's to get fit or to build your business, like Bree and Chance are, right? They hired me as their coach, and we're building a business to this massive. It's going to become the #1 wax used by all estheticians and waxers. But building a business that is going to become #1 in a category ain't fucking easy. It takes a lot of work. It requires a lot of discipline, focus, and consistency. And so, what is required of them is to be fit, jacked, and athletic, because we want to build mental and physical toughness to be able to achieve the financial goals that they want to achieve, right? And so there comes a point in time in your journey where when you start your fitness journey, your business journey, you're still kind of dabbling. You're still kind of, you know, in the amateur realm. I'll say it that way. You're still acting like an amateur, operating like an amateur. You know, you're still eating shitty food, you're staying late awake at night, watching extra episodes of your favorite show, and you're, you know, maybe sleeping in and hitting the snooze button, and you're executing on things, and you're getting better results than you did before, but you're not getting kind of like on the track that you wanted to be on, right? And then something happens where like a switch is flipped, right? And then at some point you're like, fuck it, I'm dialing in, I'm locking in. Like that locking in moment that happens, you lock in on your nutrition, you lock in on your fitness, you locking on your training, you locking on your business, you locking on your kids, and you're like, nothing else matters, dude. Nothing else matters. That is what separation season is, what Ed Milet talks about, right? And that is a byproduct of a switch that flips in your head or your heart. Where when I talk about the show here, right, what do I say? Say average is the enemy. Success is your responsibility, and change can take place in an instant if you are willing to flip the switch. Well, that's what that is. When people take on a journey of fitness, of personal development, of business growth, most people, I wish, would just jump right in and lock in and go all in, but they don't. It's rare, but those things do exist. Most people start off by doing better than others, but they're dabbling, and they spend months and years dabbling and not being consistent and not being fully locked in discipline. And one day, hopefully, that it clicks. Well, for Chance, that happened while he's been using it, on weight, etc. Boom, flipped, and he's like,
Didn't get as many reps as I did last week,
He sent me a couple days ago.
but
I don't give a shit about anything else.
I was definitely more slow
My life, my business,
and deliberate with more controlled reps. So
my workouts, and my jiu-jitsu training. And
time-wise,
that's it. And it's just
if you would have clocked that for seconds, it'd probably been about the same,
small minds.
maybe more, but
I don't want to go and hang out.
definitely felt that
I don't want to do this. And I'm like, bro,
focus and squeeze.
right. Don't feel guilty
Yeah.
about it. And that's what I want to share with you.
That was a fucking good one.
That's what it really takes to succeed.
All right, we're gonna go to a
Trying to show them possible.
standing
Every purchase,
cable incline
Listen,
press.
I used to take vitamin D. I used to take vitamin C.
Just targets that specific, the upper pec there, that shelf.
Wellness shot. Look, I used
Good
to
ass fucking workout for that area of the muscle.
care about your hydration. You want to stay. And I want to send you a pack of 30 Truly wellness shots. Did I fuck that one up? I think I fucked that one up. I fucked that one up. Truly wellness shots. Make your dick big. Vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin. Who gives a fuck? Try the Truly wellness shot. I used to take 11 different supplements in the morning. Things like vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin B12, echinacea, ginger, and a whole bunch more. Now it's all included in the Truly wellness shot. So go to Truly.com.
We'll see how this weight feels.
Amazing offer.
If it feels kind of light, then I'll just do a warm up with it.
From the losers.
But if I feel like I can just move right into set to failure, then I'll do that too.
You have to some
Just
point
depends once I get it up.
Because there is a season between separating yourself from the losers and the people swimming in the sea of mediocrity, and then finding a new network of high achievers, ambitious people who are driven and success-minded. There is a moment in time, that moment may be months.
This spring cut,
Like,
I've actually only got like 23 more days on it as far as the 75 hard program goes. And I've still been figuring out right amount of carbs, right amount of calories, and I've kind of trialed my way through this 50 days. So next year, whenever I do this, I'm going to start earlier, and I'll be a lot more dialed in because I've got another I've got 1 year of previous experience doing it. But the thing is, I'm going to continue after the 75 hard program until I get to where I'm exactly where I want to fucking be. And then I'm going to turn the corner, make a pivot, and start going into a caloric deficit. But it's probably going to last for potentially up to 2 more months. We'll see what happens, but I want to see fucking veins pretty much everywhere. So we're going to get down to 150 pounds to do it, just to kind of get a baseline on where my body's at, and then start from there. That's what I'm going to do. So this year's going to be a little bit of trial and error, but it's going to be necessary for me to know how to apply all this stuff and have worked it out one time. So for next year, it's just going to be a heavy fucking push. All right, let's get into this set here.
Hang out with them on Thanksgiving. You don't need to. And the moment you realize that you are not obligated to hang out with low-level, low-intelligence people, what I call peasants. And I know this because I was a peasant. I lived the peasant life. I was the guy that was like, hey man.
But on this movement, like if I'm standing with a straight back doing it, yeah, I can still feel it, but if I curve my back a bit, it's where all that weight is just opening up on the top. Like it's all landing on the top of my chest, and it's just opening it up with a heavy squeeze at the end. And a good contraction is just like, you're literally just staying focused the entire time on it. So the more you can lean back and get the weight directly falling back onto your chest, I feel like it's a little better. Bump up weight, that is a warm-up set.
Go from being a savage during the week to being this peasant-minded, average, mediocre person who overdrinks, overeats, underworks out, undersleeps, fucking vapes and smokes weed and binge watches television on the weekends, and then think that somehow Monday's gonna come and you're gonna kill it, bro. You're not. You're not. That's the facts. If you really want to separate yourself from the losers in life, you have to be very deliberate and intentional about it. You have to get to a place where you're absolutely disgusted with the way you live and operate, which is probably the way you lived and operated before. I know I am. I will literally have this visceral physical reaction when I see people living to lower standards, lower self-expectations, playing small, because I'm reminded of who I used to be. And I don't even want to fucking remember that time. That version of me does not exist. That version of me has been put to rest for life. And I want to share that with you because you have to be willing to make the moves where you create distance between you and them. I'm not saying call every single people who are playing small and they're not on the same trajectory as you. Man, you're I'm going to lead us, you're a peasant, fuck off. I'm not saying that. But what I am telling you is you got to slowly start separating yourself. You got to slowly start coming back and going to the invitations of things that, you know, consumption of alcohol and food and television and gossiping and rumors and wasting time and realizing nothing productive here. I did nothing. I am not a fucking worthy person.
Move over to just a regular standing cable. Fly there. Not a crossover. Those are good, but I'm just going to do regular cable fly. Keep the same weight. Not rush. I want to keep moving pretty rapidly into each workout, but I want to give this one enough of rest so I can actually fucking go past, 6 or 7 fucking reps with it. I took one exercise out that I typically do, which is like an incline cable fly, where I'd be doing it seated instead of standing. I took that out in order to put the bicep workout in there. And I am going to switch it up on biceps a little bit. Dude, I fucking love preacher curls. I can really get fucking rocking there. get some good heavy fucking weight. And I love that fucking movement. But I've been feeling a strain on my left bicep every time I fucking do it. It's either the volume, you know, the amount of times I'm doing it in a week, or how many sets I'm doing in between rest days, like not so many rest days, or not enough, or it's the movement itself. So I might try it one more time since I've really decreased my volume and spread out my rest days a lot more. Might be just fine still, but if I narrow it down to where it's preacher curls, it's kind of gonna fucking bug me because I really fucking love that movement. But I'm basically saying that to say that I'm switching preacher curls out in this exercise here for a cable curl where your arms start from behind you. So we'll fucking try it. See how it goes. Alright. No warm-up sets on this, just one heavy set to failure.
Are you fucking serious? Do you really think that doing the right way you there? It's not. It's not great success. It's being very,
I'm gonna go up weight on that.
being very intentional, being very extreme. I don't know any one person who has achieved a high level of greatness, physically, mentally, financially, relationally, without going all in and being extreme on it, being fanatical on it, right? And you're like, yeah, but what if, what are you gonna do? Slow down on the weekend, break your momentum, so that on Monday and Tuesday, the busiest days of your life in business, you're gonna like rebuild momentum again? If you slow down every fucking weekend to party and live a little, only to then break momentum and have to start recreating momentum on Tuesday, after a year, that's 42 weeks without having fucking great momentum on a Monday and a Tuesday that will carry on for the rest of the week. You know how far apart we would be, how much further ahead of you I would be because of that? And so that's what it really takes. You have to make thoughts about anything.
Alright, those last reps, sloppy as fuck. But just thrusting them down, flex, and just fought that negative all the way up.
Every person that you're following who's a motivational speaker,
Okay.
an entrepreneur, someone who gives back to their communities, like I'm talking like massive.
I'm gonna move right over into biceps. I'm gonna try to keep the amount of biceps that I do. I'm only gonna probably do 5 sets to failure. 5 sets to failure with the exercise a day, 3 different workouts. But I am going to try to maybe do that twice in a week for a total of 10 sets with biceps to failure. But I'm going to make sure there's about 4 days in between. So I'm going to fucking run it and see how it goes. Experiment with it a little bit. Surprisingly, was out pretty fucking late last night until like 2, which is totally out of fucking the ordinary for me. And I woke up with just fucking kind of ready to go, so, you know, didn't get a lot of sleep, but I feel fucking good, man.
You have to be able to learn to be extreme. You have to be able to learn to go all in. The system, the opposition wants you to accept mediocrity.
Yeah, I've already got the blood pumping. I've already been working out. I would say that I'm warm. So I'm going to do basically one warm-up set for biceps and then get right into a heavy set of alternate curls. Probably do like 2 sets of those.
It's fucking poison. I don't care how little alcohol you have. Bro, I like the taste of bourbon. You've never tasted double malt scotch. Shut the fuck up with your fucking, I do it for the taste, or you've never had good red wine with steak. Guess what, motherfucker?
And this is the blood and guts routine with a few variations just because I don't have all the equipment he had. And then a few adjustments to the exercises just based on what I feel like I need to be doing personally to build the weak points on my physique that I feel like I need to build. But as far as the frequency goes, I'm pretty much on the same exact schedule and volume and all that stuff. So, and the split's pretty much the same too. Does chest and biceps. Next day does legs. I believe he's off a day. which on those days I'm still going to do some work like calves, abs, and probably forearms. Then the next day he was doing back, and then shoulder, back, and rear delts, and then next day is shoulders and triceps, and then he's off for a day, and then he keeps that exact same schedule. So on the days I'm off, I'm just going to do the calves, abs, and forearms, but I'm going to follow his split all the way through. Same, pretty much about the same amount of volume and all that shit. About 4, maybe 5. If it's a bigger muscle, I'll probably do 6 sets or 6 exercises for that muscle group. But all right, let's fucking get into it.
If you're listening to this and I don't want to be an entrepreneur. I don't care about being fit and healthy. I don't care about having high levels of mastery and personal development. I don't care about emotional resilience. Frankly, I love being a emotionally restless human being that's unpredictable and broke and living in the system. And quite honestly, I love the fact that I live in a hovel and, well, it's a ghetto part of the community that I live in. That's my back. But you know what? I enjoy the lifestyle that I have. Cool, man. I'm just watching my shit, listening to my shit, and make no other changes. But if you're that person that's like, man, I'm going to flip the switch, I'm going to create this separation season for myself, I'm telling you, it's absolutely okay to start distancing yourself from the people and the things that do not serve your end goal. And if your end goal is to make more money, to be a great example to your kids of humanity, to be able to live fit, healthy, and athletic, to be able to have financial freedom, and to have peace of mind, mental and
one more on each arm.
That requires so much that you have to separate yourself from the losers. If you want to separate yourself from the losers in your life, and if you want to really figure out what success is, on success, we're making more money, having more meaning, and higher levels of self-mastery is concerned, then I want you to come to Bodybuilding Studio Live September 13th and 14th in Scottsdale, Arizona. For 2 whole days in Scottsdale, Arizona, I'll be pouring into you, and I'm bringing 13 speakers who are all amazing in the areas of making money, having meaning, and developing self-mastery, because I want you to walk away with the ignite your life, to be able to find your purpose and passion, to be able to have financial freedom.
Give it a minute. I'm going to do 1 drop set with those alternate curls.
So, if you have not
Another set to failure.
Live September 13th and 14th, Scottsdale, Arizona, just go to federalscoolian.com and check out the registration.
Been talking about overlapping,
or you can just check
and
in the description box on this
kind of structuring your routine
or on the podcast
in a way where you're not hitting muscles directly or indirectly with too much frequency, and at least having a day in between. And I think this is a good split and how it's laid out, because obviously whenever you do back, it's bicep intensive. So if I do it, the chest and biceps together, then I got legs the next day, then a day off. Then I'm basically hitting back. But back, like I said, is bicep intensive there. So in effect, I'm actually kind of getting to work out on biceps that day too. But I've got 3 days of adequate rest before I'm doing that. So, you know, if I'm doing arms the day before, then I'm basically training fucking biceps twice and not giving them enough. And that would be what overlapping is considered. So just structuring your routine where you're actually giving all of your body and the muscles a fucking break and the proper rest they need before you're fucking going right into it again. That's why I like this split, the blood and guts routine. Alright, 1 set to failure. We'll just drop 5 pounds on each arm.
So you're going to use your and having a great life other situations. That is the funny that I've ever heard in my entire life. What is up, guys? It's Andy for the show for the realist thing about it live. Illusions of modern society. Welcome to guys. Today we have an AF. That's where you submit your questions and you give me the answers. Now, if you want your questions answered on the show, You can submit them a couple different ways. The first way is, guys, email these questions to ask Andy at Infrequent. Or go on YouTube in the comment section and ask your questions there. Yeah. Do some from there as well. Only on the other times you tune in when they have show. We're constantly growing, constantly getting new listeners, someone to go through this. We have that's what you're going to hear about. That stands for cruise.
And I'm staying in that 8 to 12 rep range. With each arm, I did 9 on that one. And obviously the volume and how many sets you go into failure is going to have to be dictated on if you got stronger the next time you come into the gym. So if you didn't get stronger, you might need some more rest days, maybe some nutrition, maybe to get full rest at night, maybe something in your diet, maybe some more carbs, maybe some more protein. But if you work that stuff in there, and those are where it need to be, 8 hours of sleep, the right macronutrients and calories, then it's probably going to boil down to rest days, or you've just got too much volume in there. So the point is to get stronger, maybe even not necessarily weight, maybe just reps. But that's what should always dictate how much volume you're doing and all that stuff. So am I getting stronger? Because if I'm getting weaker, then by definition my body hasn't overcompensated yet. It hasn't even coped to the stress I put it under and then overcompensated. I'm still going downhill. And I mean, if you hit a fucking door with an axe, you know, the door can take one hit, but if you do that a lot, you're overtraining, and overtraining is the very thing that keeps you from growing, because you're just not giving your body enough time to recover. It's like basically not changing the oil in your car and then just fucking running your car right into the ground by not doing the proper maintenance and taking it at the body's natural life cycle, a natural cycle, a natural progression, and working with the way your body works rather than the ideal thing you would like. Okay, come back. I'm going to start back like this. And I probably will do a warm-up routine just to kind of, or warm-up rep or set, just to figure out where's the best fucking weight to use and maybe some of the range of motion. But after that, I'm going to do 1 set to fucking failure.
And I'm not going to do that. So in exchange for that, I ask really simply that you guys help us get the word out. We're constantly dealing with censorship, shadow bans, active flyers, and if you think the message is important, we need you to help get it out. So that'll be a hook. Sure. Yep, that's it, man. Is it?
Damn. It's actually...
Thanks.
Might just have to go into that 1 set to failure here, because I really don't have the weights to drop down any further.
How many people don't understand the dynamic between the flow of current events and also personal development? Like the reason I started doing this stuff, for those of you guys who are new, I had a #1 podcast called the MSCEO Project, which was the #1 business and entrepreneur podcast on the planet. We're also consistently ranked #1 with this show. It was strictly business, and then we pivoted in 2019, at the end of 2019, to talk about what was going on in the world. And the reason we do this is because this country has been very and very successful with soil, the freedom, and we as entrepreneurs have to take responsibility, but also responsibility for the people success. So that's why we talk about what's going on. That's why we do it. So I don't know if does that.
God damn. I've seen somebody doing those on a fucking short video. Another thing that I kind of missed over all these years is like, you think, like at the top, you get that squeeze. Actually, this is a couple things I was missing. But at the top, you get that fucking squeeze. And I wouldn't really go all the way down. But now they're starting to see that you actually get the most benefit whenever you're in the fully contracted. I guess it'd be the contracted, whatever. Whenever you're fully fucking stretched. Like, I mean, your fucking muscles all the way down at the end, and having those arms behind you, fuck, dude. And also leaning forward. That's the first time I tried that. I like that workout. But you can really work on that negative on the way down. Get some momentum on there on those last ones, just to go through failure. But goddamn. Now also, you can keep that arm and the wrist supinated. And yeah, it'll hit that bicep pretty good, but if you look at it, I was doing an alternating. So I'm starting like this, almost hammer curl, and then into the fucking contracted position. So I'm actually working that, I feel like both heads and that brachialis at the same point. I've got all those muscles all the way across the bicep iron with that alternating curl. So I like the alternating curls dumbbells, but throwing it in there on that exercise, boom, boom, it's just fucking Jesus. Alright, I'm gonna go up 5 more pounds. I am a little bit, yeah. I'm gonna go up a few more pounds, rep out 1 more, and then I'm gonna go into just a regular seated isolated curl. 1 set to failure, be fucking done with it. That'll end up being 5 working sets to failure for biceps. So that's the volume. That'll be the cutoff for biceps. 5 sets there. All right. And whenever I do like the seated isolated curl, I'm gonna drop weight, not do like real bulk heavy weight, but just kind of drive the burn and the contraction and stretch and all that home with probably 5 to 20 reps in each arm to failure. A couple assisted reps in there, work the negative, and then be fucking done. All right, let's get into it here.
Okay, so let's get out of the way. You have to decide what it is you're going to do, and you have to do every single strategy that you can possibly muster. And you have to do that for years. And then there's still no guarantee that you're going to win. So you really think that you're just going to win because you're you. You're still mistaken. Those of you who think you're going to show up at a job.
All right. That's it.
I want to give you a whole bunch of money. That's never going to happen. You have to be given an undeniable solution. And if that's in your business, that means your business has to solve a problem that is very, very real for people, and it has to solve it better than everybody else. If you're not doing that, you're going to fucking lose. If you're an entrepreneur or you're an employee and you want to build a career within a company, if you show up every single day and you think that just because you show up and you...
Just to make sure this workout goes 45 minutes, I'm going to throw one other thing into the mix. I don't know what yet. Might just do a couple more cable flies. Maybe a couple more dips. I don't know. I'm just going to kind of roll with it here.
Come in, take it serious, give it everything they have, and they're going to beat you. And that's reality. So if you're one of these people who think that you're entitled because you think that, you know, you're going to show up and it's just going to materialize, you're fucking wrong. And I'm telling you this to be real with you because I don't want you wasting another 5, 10 years of your life and then wonder why you got screwed over. You didn't get screwed over. You misunderstood the rules of the game.
Went out on a date last night. Haven't been out on a date in like 3 fucking years.
That's where you're messing up.
Ate Chipotle, rice and chicken. And dude, that shit was salty as fuck, bro. Like fucking like today. Jesus. I feel fucking good though. Fucking little high carb day. Not too high, but I mean that was like one good heaping scoop of rice. That was it really, but whatever.
Build a community where everybody supports each other. Maybe you should use your
Probably like 1,500 calories probably total. Maybe.
But that basically
Obviously didn't have a fucking scale or nothing, but.
video games at your shop, bro. Okay? I'm not even sure that that's an actual business.
Alright, 1 set to failure. This is like one of Arnold Schwarzenegger's favorite fucking movements for biceps. Jay Cutler utilizes them a lot.
Yeah, and they can't say that.
So me being a fucking copycat, that's what I'm gonna fucking do. Now I like them too though.
I don't know enough about gaming,
Alright.
but I'm gonna tell you this. If you operate with that attitude, you're gonna fucking lose. Nobody owes you a fucking thing. You have to be great. You have to solve a problem that is real, and you have to solve a problem in a way that is better than every other available solution. It is that simple. You have to do that forever. That is the game of business. There are too many of you that are trying to start businesses that think this shit's just easy. And because you're born, you're gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. Bro, when I was building my companies for the first time, now I'm having a bunch of companies now, but when I was building some superstores from the ground up, eventually first store, okay? I read every single night. I read books, I studied people, I read case studies. I was so fucking deep in the information on how to get better, you couldn't possibly fathom it. I didn't do anything else. And you guys want this to, you guys come into your places and you're like, oh, I'm not really happy doing what I'm doing. You think this is about fucking being happy, bro? This is about winning. This is about producing. It's great if you can be happy, bro. But if you're not, it doesn't fucking matter. Alright? You have to go. And you have to be willing to be happy. And you
Fucking arms are already burnt out on that.
enough of a skill that you're going to become better than everybody else.
Got 4 more minutes.
You aren't willing to do that work. And then you want the wins, you want the money. You want
Give it about a minute. I'm gonna do some dips just because that machine's already set
You
up.
want the house, you want the cars, you want all the shit, but you want
Fuck yeah, dude.
talk about, well, I don't really know if this is what I want to be doing.
Starting to heat up.
Well, then figure out what you want to do and go all in on it. Because
I think June 21st is the official day of summer.
so you're 45
It's like as far as the equinox and the sun is concerned. June 19th today.
So you better get to work now.
Starting to heat up.
I'm gonna hit them this time.
Not directly in the sun, but I'm in a fucking tin roof, fucking tin can out here in the shed, so you're just getting that much more fucking sweat coming out of you, that much more fat loss, that much more calorie expenditure, and you just fucking feel good getting a good ass fucking sweat in on your workout.
Yeah.
Like small businesses, what do you say? You said most businesses are.
So, needless to say, I'm fucking liking it.
Right.
That's the other myth that people don't understand. Everybody thinks that because you
Man, I'm having to start getting out here early.
You're printing money.
Earlier, because this camera fucking likes to shut off whenever it gets too hot.
And you're rich as fuck.
So we'll
That's what
fucking
everybody thinks. Most
cross that bridge as it comes.
fucking missing payroll and going out of business.
Alright.
And you guys don't get it.
I don't like doing this much volume, but we're gonna do it.
Fucking soft people. Like it's not just something you just I woke up today, you know what, I'm gonna start a company, I'm gonna become an entrepreneur. I'm gonna blah blah blah. Bro, you have no idea what you're talking about. This is the hardest path you could ever choose in life. And a lot of you guys think you can get by on it like it's a fucking vacation.
I'm an NFL athlete.
No, I'm not gonna train, I'm not gonna eat, I'm not gonna go to practice, I'm not gonna run the plays, I'm not gonna fucking join my team and study film. I want the big contract. I want to play on Sundays. And if I don't play, you're treating me fairly. That is exactly
Oh man. And I've been talking about
with a lot of you young
utilizing different movements
it's going to take you
that you wouldn't totally think would be
and way
targeted movement.
than you could possibly
For example,
comprehend. You are
hitting
going
squats
to quit
on hamstring day.
a zillion times.
We usually tie
You gotta stop when you get
squats with the quads.
10 years in, or 20
But if you can fucking
days that I
pre-exhaust that muscle group you're looking to work out,
this is
like the hamstrings
and I go the fuck home.
or whatever,
You know what I do? I come
first,
out
and then you move over to squats, then that hamstrings become the weak link in that chain. And now once you start to do squats, once you pre-exhausted the hamstring, all that weight is focused right there. So movements that aren't necessarily for that muscle group now become something that can work that muscle group out. And I'm saying that because I basically just weakened my biceps And whereas the dip might be a chest, shoulder, kind of back, and tricep movement, I felt that all in my fucking biceps. So it just goes to show you how many, I mean, there's a lot of different combinations. But I'm about to start utilizing the dip. I covered this in the last couple videos, but start doing the dip every other day. And basically, because it's like the upper body squat. You're doing your back, your lats, your chest, your shoulders, your triceps. And so whenever I do chest, I like to throw the dips in there. And 2 days later, or a couple days later, whenever I do back, I'm gonna have dips in there. Then whenever I do shoulders, I'm gonna have dips in there. Maybe even on an arm day. But I'm gonna try to spread it out at least a day in between. But I don't know, I just like it. Good timer right here. So that is our 45-minute workout on day 52. That was chest and biceps. Felt really good on this one. Appreciate you guys who are following along with me, engaging with me in the comments. If you like the way I take you through the workouts and just like the way I go about it, please share, like, and subscribe. And for you guys who don't, all good, we'll part as friends. You know, that was day 52 of 75 hard. All right, we'll see you guys.